In this video, we'll look at the new one from Jean-Paul Gaultier. It's a 2020 release. It is Le Male Le Parfum. If you're interested, stay tuned. Hi there, this is Peter from Centrail. On this channel, we talk about fragrances, designers, niche, perfumers, so on and so forth. If you love fragrances or just want to smell great, consider subscribing. Love, like, hit, share, all those wonderful things that make this channel grow. I want to thank you in advance. And now let's jump into Jean-Paul Gaultier. Can you believe it's been 25 years since the first Le Male was created? Mason Francis Kurkdjian created this beauty right here 25 years ago. At this point, Jean-Paul Gaultier has over 120 something fragrances in the collection. And for the Le Male line, this one started it all. Amazing perfumers like Mason Francis Kurkdjian, Olivier Cresp, Natalie Gracciacetto have worked with this amazing brand, Jean-Paul Gaultier. The latest one that I have from Jean-Paul Gaultier is Le Male Le Parfum. It's a 2020 release. Right here. I always like the presentation of Jean-Paul Gaultier. I like these little boxes, and you just kind of line the unders. They're covered in plastic, so if you just take a little knife or your nail to it on the bottom, you can just pull it all off and just open it like that. I mean, what a beautiful presentation. This is Le Parfum 2020. I'm really happy that they went back to the original design of the bottle. They had a little modern one for a while. I didn't like it quite as much as the original body style. This is a great little bottle, all solid black with the golden top, and it has a little pull thingy here, just like Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb does. And it sits in this little pillar where you can just store it on your shelf if you want to. I actually don't really store it like that. I can keep all these things together like that on the shelf. But how about we give it a spray and see what it smells like. There you go. The noses behind this fabulous fragrance is Natalie Gracciacetto and Quentin Bish, I think is his name. The original Le Male from 1995, it was actually the perfumer Mason Francis Kurkdjian. So they did switch it up. Natalie Gracciacetto has actually been part of a number of the fragrances in the Le Male collection. The original has something like 13 notes in it, which is quite a few. This newer one here has only about 6 notes. The original Le Male had lavender, mint, cardamom, bergamot at the top, and then it had orange blossom, caraway, and cinnamon in the middle. Also vanilla, tonka bean, sandal, and cedarwood in the base. So it had quite a few fragrances in it. People loved it. It's kind of sweet with a little minty hint. Okay, the new one has only 6 notes in it, which is quite different from the original. You have cardamom at the top, and then you have lavender and iris in the middle. Then you have some, I guess, oriental notes. Is that what they call it nowadays? It's a mixture of different kind of spices. We don't really know what kind of spices are in there. Oriental notes. That's all I could find on that. And then you have some woody notes. Same thing here. It's a mixture of trees, bushes, and grasses. For the woody notes in the base and the dry down. Also there's some vanilla. There is still some DNA from the original present in this one. You can definitely tell it's a Le Male. However, I feel that this one right here, that it's much more mature and just a little bit darker than the original. In the Le Parfum, I love the way the cardamom and the iris is mixed with the lavender. It's really a beautiful combination. It is also just sweet enough, not quite as sweet as the original. I actually like this just a little bit better. And maybe after 25 years, I think Le Male, I'm just kind of over it a little bit. So I'm glad they came up with something that's just a little bit more mature and just a little bit darker. I get about 8 hours of longevity with this one, and it trails off pretty quick. When you first spray it, it's quite strong, but it settles probably about 20 minutes. It settles pretty quickly, and the protection is not as great as you would like for it to be. It would be great if it was just a little bit more. It's kind of on the moderate side. If you like La Nuit de l'Homme, Versace Eros, Armani Code Profumo, and the original Le Male, if you take little bits of each one of those, you would have Le Parfum 2020. I think all of those are really good fragrances, and there's a little hint of these in this edition right here, which makes it a really good fragrance. You can kind of tell there's a little bit of freshness in there. There's the cardamom from the La Nuit. There's the original scent of Le Male. And some sweetness from Versace Eros. Always a little bit of sweetness from like Armani Code. Now I'm sure that they don't like me saying that, but to me it's sort of kind of rounded out with all of those fragrances kind of in one. It doesn't really know in which direction it wants to go. It is not a clear party scent or office scent or anything like that. It is a flanker of Le Male. If you have Ultra Male, which is a little bit sweeter than this one, then this would probably be redundant. I would wear, or I'm going to wear this fragrance probably on a night out. Maybe to dinner, maybe on a date. I think it's just not quite strong enough to go party or clubbing. It doesn't project long enough. It's a little bit softer than that. I think it's a great fragrance for the colder weather right now and nights out. All in all, I think it's a good buy if you don't have any of the like Ultra Male or anything like that. If you don't have any one of them yet and you're a little bit older, you don't like it quite as sweet, I think this is a great scent for somebody who wants to experience Le Male in 2020. This was a quick look at Le Male 2020 by Jean-Paul Gaultier. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to love, like, subscribe, all the wonderful things that I asked you at the beginning. If you forgot, you have a chance to do so now. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, I want you to take good care of yourself, always smell nice, and I'll talk to you soon. Till then, Centrail, out.